Bees Trends is proudly brought to you by Vanguard Assurance, Leap Tomato Paste.
Hello viewers, welcome to Bees Trends TV show. I'm Enyonam K. Makwanda. This show is proudly brought to you by Vanguard Assurance and Leap Tomato Paste. My makeup is by Ivy's Golden Traditions Makeup. Follow her on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and recommend any look at all you want, she'll get it for you. My hairdo is by Sam's Beauty Salon on your way to Kaneshi at Pipenna opposite the Coca-Cola depot. This is Bees Trends, the Linkup edition, but today's on is the Voice Pop Linkup edition. If you're an SME out there and you want to be featured with any CEO at all on this show, all you have to do is just go on our social media handles, Bees Trends TV show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, send us your company details and we'll get in touch with you. Today we are talking about solar business here in Ghana. I have two CEOs with me on set who are going to enlighten you out there. If you are an entrepreneur, you are someone who is looking forward to invest into solar business, what you need to know, and the risk, the challenges, the marketing strategies, the branding and everything you need to do. They are here to enlighten you about that. Before the conversation begins, let's take a look at this 1 minute documentary on solar. When I come back, I will engage them in a conversation. Stay and stay.
Africa is still considered and referred to as the sun continent. According to the World Sunshine Map, Africa receives many more hours of bright sunshine and heat during the course of the year than any other continent. In Ghana, about 29% of the population is still not connected to the national grid with solar energy capacity making up a little over 0.03, which is mostly found in private homes. The country is still considered dark with relatively high electricity costs. Therefore, the benefit of solar should motivate Ghanaians, especially government, to embrace and make it an integral component of domestic and commercial projects.
Welcome back. That was it about the documentary relating or regarding to solar business here in Ghana. So like I said earlier on, I have two CEOs, entrepreneurs with me. On my left is Dr. Julius, is the CEO of SIDS Solar Company Limited. And I have Bishop Mauliche. He is the CEO of Solar Light Company Limited. Before I engage these two gentlemen, let's take a quick look at their profile. When I come back, the main interview starts. Just stay and stay.
Dr. Julius Kujo Ehiakpo is the director at the Center for Energy, Environment and Sustainable Development. He doubles as a senior lecturer and researcher at the Chemical Engineering Department of Kumasi Technical University and also the assistant head of the Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency. Mauliche is a technologist and entrepreneur with keen interest in the energy and telecoms sectors. Mauli is the founder and executive director of Solar Light Company, a pioneering solar energy company based in Ghana with presence in the US and other West African countries. Bees Trends will be right back.
Hello sir, this is Vanguard Assurance. We just got a notification of a fire outbreak at your premises. I want to assure you that the fire service has been notified and the Vanguard team has been dispatched and they'll be at your premises soon. Thank you, sir.
With the Vanguard Digital Fire Insurance, you need not to worry about getting a fire report. Vanguard will facilitate the processing of the fire report and speed up your claim process. No need for you to chase any fire report or fill any form to initiate your claim.
Switch to the Vanguard Digital Fire Insurance now. It's digital, it's fast, and very convenient.
Vanguard Assurance, 6-time CIMG Hall of Fame insurer.
paste when I would eat. I don't want to leave tomato paste in Ghana. Ah!
Aha! This is what I call Ediane.
Secret nane LEAP. Leap. Someone named a leap tomato paste Ediane there. It was superb and palatable taste. Na esu biaso. There were large and small sizes for chop bars, restaurants, and in
For bulk purchase, contact 033-2095-314 or 050-141085.
Welcome back. That was the profile of my resource persons for today. Thank you so much for joining me on set.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Right, so let me begin with you, Mr. Mauli. Kindly enlighten us briefly about Solar Light Company Limited and what you are into.
Well, Solar Light is an installer and packager of solar electric systems and other related energy services. Okay. We provide mostly household solar systems, but then we also do larger scale commercial and industrial solar installations. So if you need to reduce your energy bill, or if you don't have electricity and you need something else, we are the company to talk to provide those services.
I see.
And then finally, we also have smaller components that we design and build ourselves for the market.
Dr. Julius, does this mean around solar that it's a little bit expensive? It's on a high note. What do you have to say about that as a business person who is into solar business?
Yeah, of course. That may have been existing for quite some time, which somehow is true. When it comes to solar, there are several costs associated with it, of course. However, it's a new development now. You can see that the cost of solar on the international market is actually coming down. I mean, hitherto we used to have payback periods of a very long time, but now the cost is actually reducing because we have a lot of companies manufacturing the solar component. And so I wouldn't say that the cost of solar is high. However, what we normally talk about is the initial investment cost, or as a capital cost, which is high. But if you compare that to perhaps paying your bills and you spread that over some time, you realize that really solar would actually even be much more cheaper than even going to.
Since the inception of SITS, how has the market been, and how easy it is for you to penetrate, battling against the hydro and convincing people to go on solar? How easy is that for you?
Talking of solar, you need to also consider several factors. Of course, hydro is one of the cheapest sources of electricity you can get across the world. However, solar comes with several advantages. In Ghana, we are fortunate to have hydro, but you also notice that for some time now we are drifting away from hydro to what we call thermal plants. You follow the news around the car powers and all of that, which has a lot of other consequences or other costs, opportunity costs. One has to do with the environment. And so when you're talking about cost, you have to be very, very holistic about exactly what you are referring to. In terms of capital or investment costs, yes, in fact, like I did mention earlier, you will notice that the cost of solar panel, for instance, is coming down. I mean, 10 years ago, you'll be talking about maybe 100-watt solar close in Ghana, about 2,000 Ghana cedis. Now you can get that close to about 700, 650 Ghana cedis. Right. All right, so the cost has actually reduced drastically, and similar to other components that do come with solar installations. And so, for me, if you ask me, I would say that we are seeing some positive, development in the solar sector.
Right, Mr. Mauli, you have this product named Sunana. How far is it doing since its inception, or since you introduced it into the market? And then you can buy as well as rent. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so we designed the Sunana mobile chargers with support from the Power Africa program to allow street vendors and, let's say, petty traders to be able to earn extra income by charging mobile phones for their customers. So as you know, it's a new product. It took a while to pick up, but now we're seeing a lot of interest on the market. People want it in rural areas, especially where they don't have electricity. People who are running their own businesses have taken it and are using it to charge other people. So they have networks of other people who pick it up from them, and then they also go and charge for other customers. In addition, then they can use it for lighting at home. So we're very excited by it, and we're looking forward to many thousands of units built and sold right here in Ghana.
Right, so viewers, you're still watching These Trends TV show, and we're discussing the solar business right here in Ghana, and I have two CEOs with me. Briefly, let's take a look at the voice pops. We had lots of questions for these CEOs for them to answer. Like I said, this episode is the voice pop link-up edition. So let's take a look at these questions, and our able CEOs will be here to answer those questions for you. Take a look at that. We'll be back shortly.
My name is Kojo Boyne and I'm an entrepreneur. I'd like to find out, why should solar energy be an option?
So I'm an SME holder with an office space of 2 rooms. If I want to fix a solar, how much panel will I need? How many panels will I need? And how much will it cost?
I'm Beauty Jebla, the CEO of Beauty Hotel, opposite Casapraco Factory on the Spinters Road. I run 11-room hotel and would like to know how many wattage of solar panels will require.
Right, so welcome back. It's still Beast Trends TV show with me, Enyanam K. Makwanda, and those were the questions that came from the few SME CEOs we approach on the streets, and this is what they have to ask. So let's take the first person, that is Claude. Dr. Julius, would you want to answer Claude?
Yes, I think Claude's question has to do with how many panels she needed for two-room office space. Yeah. See, normally when you are sizing solar, or if you want to know the capacity of your solar installation, you have to start with what we call the load assessment. We need to know exactly what she intends to use the solar for, or what she's actually using now, in terms of whether she has an air conditioner, she has a deep freezer, number of lighting points, you know. So all these factors will come into play before we can actually tell you that, okay, you need maybe 2, 3, 4, or you know, a certain number of maybe solar panels. But let me use maybe a more average, you know. So an office space, I'll think that she might have 1 air conditioner, and perhaps maybe a fridge, and apart from that, what else? Maybe lights, maybe
a few bulbs here and there,
PC, laptop. But I would suggest that she takes out the air conditioner, because air conditioner is heavy. Right. All right. That's almost if it's even a 1.5 horsepower, that's about 2 kilowatts. So if you take out the air conditioner, perhaps even with the air conditioner, maybe a 5 kilowatt system might be okay for her, which will mean that if she's doing a 4 to 5 kilowatts, then if she's using a 250 watt, that's about 20.
Okay.
Is that 20? If my mathematics is right. I think 250 divided by
on average
about 20. 20 panels. So in terms of panel, but let me be quick to add that it's not only the panels that you need for solar. When you're talking of solar, it's a whole system. It's a complete system. It's not just panel as we see it on the people's roof. You're talking about the inverters, you're talking about charge controllers, depending on even the type of solar you want to use.
I guess Claude will have to come and see you for a detailed explanation. Mr. Marley, there's another question from Jojo, and he wants to know why he should consider solar as an option for his house.
Well, first of all, Jojo is on the right track, because once you think about it, then we can explain it to you and explain the benefits. So I would say there are two big benefits and then one long-term benefit. So the first is, if you don't have electricity at all, solar is the best option for you. It's cheaper than generator, candles, batteries, whatever else you might have, if you don't have the normal grid electricity with you. So the first big reason is, if you don't have electricity, solar is your best solution. Now, even if you do have electricity, we all know it's getting more expensive, even though we've had some relief in the last few weeks. it's still expensive.
Right.
So the other big benefit is you can reduce your bill by using solar. So, instead of paying so much, you put solar, you pay up front, yes, but you've reduced your bill. And so over time, you'll see that big benefit coming in. And then the last one, in the long term, is you're saving the environment. We are not polluting, we are not doing anything, your noise is zero, you can sleep in peace, and it's good for all of us.
Right. The last person is Beauty, who runs a hotel and about 11 rooms.
Yes.
And she's also asking if she wants an installation, what she should be looking at in terms of the wattage or...
Yeah, so it will be a bigger system than what Julius described just now. So because one, you have guests in the room and they will do what they want. You can't tell a guest what to do. You can't control them. So you have to size the system so that whatever the guest does, they'll still be comfortable. So normally for places like hotels, we have systems that will reduce the work a lot during the day and reduce your electricity consumption significantly. So you hear a lot about grid tied systems. So for a place like a hotel, a grid tied system will work best because then they can reduce their bill and they'll have a big system. Now, as Julio suggested also, now we have cheaper costs and we also have mechanisms for spreading your costs. So for you to pay over time, or even sometimes you can even lease the system. And you just make a monthly payment, which will be less than your electricity bill. So there are many options that we can offer, and any of the providers can help Beauty to come up with a good solution.
Okay, so viewers and Jojo, Claude and Beauty, I believe your questions have been answered. Viewers, you're still watching B Strengths TV show, the Voice Pop Link Up edition. Let's go for a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll continue the show. Stay in stay.
B Strengths will be right back. Welcome to the all-new segment of B Strengths TV show, BSEM. In this new addition to the show, we will give you a peek into all the upcoming business seminars, summit, and product launch in and around the city. We will furnish you with all the details of the impending programs, from the time to the venue, and a short clip detailing the speakers of all the event as well as what you would require to participate in that event. To get details of your forthcoming forums, summit, and product launch aired on B Strengths TV show, please contact us on 0554 830 431.
Wait. Tomato paste when I would eat. I don't want to leave tomato paste in Ghana. Ah!
Aha! This is what I call Ediane.
Secret na LEAP. Leap. Someone named Leap tomato paste Ediane there. It was superb and palatable taste. Na esu biaso. There were large and small sizes for chop bars, restaurants, and enfie.
For bulk purchase, contact 033-2095-314 or 050-141085.
Welcome back from break. The show is still brought to you by Vanguard Assurance and Leap Tomato Paste, and we're discussing solar business right here in Ghana. Dr. Julius, I want to ask you this question. Some few years ago, we heard there was this advantage or offer for people who had money to invest into solar and extend the program to urban areas. However, recently there was this rumor, I don't know how true it is, but there's this rumor that government says no, it should not go to rural areas. What impact do you think this is going to have on your business? Because you are into solar business. What impact do you think it's going to have on your business?
Thank you. I believe you are referring to the National Rooftop Project,
exactly.
Which until recently used to be a kind of a subsidy scheme for households,
Right.
you know, to be able to install or to have solar systems in their homes. Yes, it is true that I think there's a new directive now that the focus for that project should be in the rural communities.
Okay.
And well, on an impact to our businesses, because I think even well, we used to have a lot of urban, you know, clients. However, I still believe that even in the rural communities or rural areas, we will still have clients. Just that we need to do a lot more work. But in terms of the national impact, I sincerely feel that it's something to go with, because if you look at Ghana for now, we are almost 85-86% you know, access to electricity, and the remaining 14% are those are in the, you know, these off-grid communities, rural communities. So I think it's just apt for government to redirect this focus, so that these communities who are not connected to the grid will rather get the subsidies that you and I also enjoy when we even, you know, switch on our lights at home. And so I think it's a good policy. It's something that I believe will also, you know, do a lot to help promote our businesses in the rural areas.
Mr. Mali, do you think you have an enabling environment? Those of you who are in the solar, do you have an enabling environment and it's helping your business grow, or there is something you'd want to see to help you progress than what you've done now?
Well, thank you. I would say it's better than it was before. So first, let's look at the good side, the positive side, that things are better than they used to be. But at the same time, I think government needs to do a lot more to support the local solar industry. And you know, some of us in the industry see a shift towards foreign companies, especially when it comes to bigger projects. It's almost as if they don't have confidence in the local companies to execute large projects. And we think that needs to change. There are Ghanaian companies that have been in the business for many, many years. They know as much as anybody else about solar. Government and, you know, our industry should have the confidence in us to execute these projects and to successfully complete them, because we are here with them. And we are the ones who are going to be there after the foreigners have packed up and gone. We are the ones, we don't have anywhere to go. So they should give us a business and let's succeed together.
Okay, viewers, it's time for the Business Code segment. Let's take a look at that. We'll be back to wrap up the show.
Vanguard Assurance Safety Tips, brought to you by Vanguard Assurance.
Anytime you venture into business, it's a good thing and we need to congratulate you. But the moment you take up that boldness to form a business, also there are you have to know that there are some challenges you may face. One, burglars will come into your premises. Fire will occur because now you have a lot of processes going on. There could be people who come to your premises who come and steal your money. So what you need to do is that part of the investment, insurance should be part of it. Say that when things goes wrong, insurance companies help you to bring you back to business.
Vanguard Assurance Safety Tips, brought to you by Vanguard Assurance.
Hello sir, this is Vanguard Assurance. We just got a notification of a fire outbreak at your premises. I want to assure you that the fire service has been notified and the Vanguard team has been dispatched and they'll be at your premises soon. Thank you sir.
With the Vanguard Digital Fire Insurance, you need not to worry about getting a fire report. Vanguard will facilitate the processing of the fire report and speed up your claim process. No need for you to chase any fire report or fill any form to initiate your claim.
Switch to the Vanguard Digital Fire Insurance now. It's digital, it's fast, and very convenient.
Vanguard Assurance, 6th time CIMG Hall of Fame insurer.
Welcome to the all-new segment of B Strength TV show, BSEM. In this new addition to the show, we will give you a peek into all the upcoming business seminars, summit, and product launch in and around the city. We will furnish you with all the details of the impending programs, from the time to the venue, and a short clip detailing the speakers of all the event, as well as what you would require to participate in that event. To get details of your forthcoming forums, summit, and product launch aired on B Strength TV show, please contact us on 0554 830 431.
Welcome back. That was it about the business code segment. You're still watching B Strength TV show, the Voice Pop Linkup edition. My makeup is by Ivy Golden Transitions Makeup. Follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Call her for your engagements, weddings, and party. My hairdo is by Sam's Beauty Salon on your way to Carnation Pipe and opposite the Coca-Cola depot. This show is proudly brought to you by Vanguard Assurance and Leaf Tomato Paste. Dr. Julius, before we wrap up the show, I was asking, in case I'm on the internet browsing and I come across seeds, what services for which I should call you to come and render for me? What do you advise to the general public who are watching you? Why should you convince me to buy solar and not solely rely on the hydro?
All right, thank you very much. Maybe I should explain to you what SEEDS is. SEEDS simply means Center for Energy, Environment and Sustainable Development. Okay. So basically what we do is that we promote interventions that leads to sustainable development. Okay. All right, and solar installation is just one of the things we do. Now we do a lot of research, a lot of consultancy. Okay. And so if anybody wants to do something in solar and you're not so sure of what to do and you need to do some feasibility study, you can call on us. Yeah, you can call on us. If you have done your studies and you want to do installations, you can also fall on us. We are located in Kumasi, and we have capacity to do a lot of consultancy and research and feasibility study, see how which of the methods or the schemes that may be suitable for a particular application. Like Maoli mentioned earlier, we have different types of solar systems. We have the grid tie, we have the standalones, and all of that. And so you need to be able to do a study to really know which one will work for your particular need. For advice on solar, I would advise that it is something. In fact, the industry is now fully developed. I always say it is something that I will encourage almost everybody to have. It reduces your costs. If once you are going to be using electricity, solar will reduce your costs.
Okay. Bishop Marley, your final words to our viewers.
Well, just following on from what Julius said, I would say viewers should not be afraid of solar. There's this perception that, it's expensive, it's nice, but the initial cost. Don't worry about that. Cars are nice, but the initial cost. Yes. Houses are nice, but the initial cost. That doesn't stop us from wanting to buy a car or wanting to buy a house or to build a house. It is one of those things that will last you for many years. Don't be afraid. Come forward, contact any of the licensed solar companies, and they'll find a solution for you.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining me on set.
Thank you.
Okay, so that makes it a wrap on today's conversation about solar business right here in Ghana. I believe you've been enlightened, and in case you need more education on this, don't worry. Next week we'll come your way again with another powerful topic, but also on solar business. My name is K. Makwanda. Until next week, I'll come your way again with another line of conversation. Until then, it's a bye.